Hello everyone, you're welcome to class today. Welcome to Edith Maths. Right, today we'll be talking about even numbers and odd numbers. Even numbers, odd numbers. Now we'll start with even numbers. What is an even number? An even number is a number that can be divided by 2 without a remainder. Or you can say an even number is a number that can be divided into 2 equal groups or 2 equal halves. Okay? You can also say an even number is a number that can be divided into 2 equal groups. I've said that before. Alright? So now, what numbers can we say are even? Even numbers are numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The list goes on and on. Alright? Now, on the other hand, we have odd numbers. What are odd numbers? Odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided into 2 equal halves. Or you can say that when you divide them by 2, you have a remainder. Okay? Now, how do we identify even numbers and odd numbers? First of all, examples of odd numbers can be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The list continues. Alright? So how do we identify even numbers and odd numbers? It's very simple. Now, even numbers can be identified when they end with numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. On the other hand, odd numbers are identified when they end with numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Right? So if you have some numbers, if you have a group of numbers and you're asked, tell us or list out or say the numbers that are even between, let's say, write out the even numbers between 20, okay, let's say between 1 and 30. Write out the even numbers between 1 and 30. Now, from our definitions and even from our identification, 1 is not an even number. The first and smallest even number that exists is 2. Note that the first and smallest even number that exists is 2. So we'll always start from 2, right? 2. How do we get the next one? It's simply to add a 2 to it. Alright, 2 plus 2 you have 4, plus 2 again you have 6, plus 2 you have 8, plus 2 you have 10, plus 2 you have 12, plus 2, 14, the next is 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. Right? These are the even numbers between 1 and 30. Okay? Do not make the mistake of saying 2 plus 2, you have 4, then the next you write 5. No. Always, it progresses by 2. As the difference between this and this will always be a 2. Okay? Let's see another question. Identify the even numbers among the group of numbers below. Alright, so let's pick some numbers. 5, 28, 37, 56, 59, 42, 55. Alright, let's stop at this. Now, the question says identify the even numbers among the group of numbers below. Right? Remember how to identify even numbers when they end with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So let's see. 5 is not here, so we can't say it's an even number. Now this is 28. This number in the last position is 8. can see 8 here, so we can say this is an even number. Now, this is 37. The last digit here is 7. 7 is not part of the numbers here, so we can say this is not an even number. We have 56. 6 is here, alright, even number. 59, 9 is not here, alright, but 42, we have 2, and 2 is here, so we have 42. 55 is not. So the even numbers below, alright, that the even numbers from this group of numbers, or this group of numbers, is 28, 56, and 42. Alright, take note that this ends with 8, which is an even number. 6 is also here, and 2 is also here. Let's see a question about odd numbers. But if the question had, if you had been asked to find the odd numbers, identify the odd numbers among the group of numbers below, what would you have done? Let's clean this. Remember what we said about how to identify odd numbers. Odd numbers usually end with 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So let's see. Odd numbers here, we have 5, because 5 is here. We also have 37. Why? 7 is here. 56, no. We have 59 because 9 is here. 42, 2 is not part of these numbers. We have 55. So our odd numbers will be 5, 37, 59, and 55. It's quite simple. If you can know this, you can solve any question on even and odd numbers. Alright? Now note that the general form of even numbers is 2k, where k is any integer. K can be any number. Alright, so let's see. If you are asked, let's say question, find the 53rd even number. Find the 53rd even number. What do you do? In the place where you have k, you simply put your 53 there. So we have 2k giving us 2 times 53. Now we have 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 5 is 10. So this is our 53rd even number. So we have learned a lot today. Alright, we learned that even numbers are numbers that can only be divided by 2 without a remainder, or rather that can be divided by 2 without a remainder, or numbers that can be divided into 2 equal halves or 2 equal groups. Okay, and these numbers must be able to, or rather must be, or can be divided by 2 without a remainder, as I said right now. And I also said that the smallest even number that exists is 2. So examples of even numbers we saw 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yes, continue, 12, the next should be 14. Now it's very easy to get them. When you get the first number, which is 2, all you just need to do is add a 2 to it and you get the next number. Add 2 to that, you get the next number. You keep doing that and you see yourself getting all the even numbers that are required. Okay, we saw earlier a question where we were told to find the even numbers between 1 to 30. 1 we saw is not an even number. How do we know? We were taught how to identify even and odd numbers. Even numbers usually end with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Odd numbers end with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So no matter how a number is big, or rather no matter how big a number is, right, you always check the last digit of that number. If it ends with any of these digits, then it's an even number. If it ends with any of these digits, it's an odd number. Alright, now I also told you that the general form of even numbers is 2k. 2k, where k is any integer at all. Alright, now from a question we have seen here, find the 53rd even number. Okay, what do? In place of your k, you put the required digits there. Okay, required position. Okay, so you have 2 times 53, which we got as what? 106. So in numbers, numberings, the 53rd even number is 106. You want to try it out? You can try it out and see if we're correct or wrong. Alright, I'll leave you with some work to do to see how well you have understood the topic. Question 1. Write out the even numbers between 50 and 150. Note that these are even numbers. Okay, what are the even numbers between 50 and 150? Then 2. Identify odd numbers among the lots below, among the numbers below. I have 52, 547, 499, 8,431, 3, 57. Do you have 7? Okay. Let's identify the odd numbers among these numbers. Do these little works and let's see how well you have understood the topic. Have a nice day, and please do not forget to subscribe to Edith Maths. You may like to leave the answers in the comment section. I'll see them